Hi friends, welcome to Cindy's Corner. Hey, it is that time of year where we're going to be decorating our trees and getting ready for Christmas. And I decided to get a new tree for my bedroom, and this is a tabletop tree. So we're going to do an unboxing. This is a 3-foot tree, and look how tiny this box is. I tell you, if this can fit back into this box after the seasons is over, I'm going to be very happy. So let's open her up. Okay, so I got my trusty steak knife here. That's what I open my boxes with. Okay, so we're gonna open the two sides. Okay, you know what? Actually, I see that the tape here kind of split. So this tree was about $35. It was off of Amazon, and I thought that it looked really nice. Okay, actually this looks great so far. Okay, here's the legs. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to unbox and we're going to fluff the tree, because as soon as you get a little tree, see, it looks kind of sorry. It looks like that. Okay, so that's the base. I guess I better put the legs on. So this seems to be pretty straightforward. You just take these legs in. It has a slot that you just stick them in. Okay, you're gonna go in? Hey, this one's not going in. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. All right, and let's get the other ones. Okay, so we have this one goes here, and then the fourth one. Okay. Okay, so I had to kind of pull the legs up. They seem a little loose. Okay, but they're not falling out, so that's good. Okay, so there's two parts of this tree, and that does look like it's about 3 foot, so that's good. All right, so a lot of times I will use garden gloves when I'm fluffing the tree or working with the tree, because these things can, even especially with a real tree, the needles kind of get your hands all scratched up. So, okay, first thing, let's straighten this out. Okay, now we're going to see how this, so we're going to start bringing the branches out. I'll start bringing it out straight, and then we'll see. Because, you know, with a Christmas tree, artificial tree, you want to have that kind of triangular shape. And sometimes near the top, you want the branches to be going upward and down, and when they're at the bottom, you want them to be going downward. So we'll have to see. And then somewhere in the middle is the switching point. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling the branches downward to just kind of, you know, and these are, I like that. These are wired all the way through. So if you need to bend them more. Okay, now I'm kind of looking into the base of the tree so I can kind of see what the trunk looks like and where the branches enter the trunk. Now, because I'm going to put this on top of my dresser, so I'm not going to make it to be a 360 tree. I'm going to make it so that it could fit up against the wall. So that means that I'm going to pick a side that is going to be the back, and then all the branches I'm moving towards the front. So that'll help it fit up against the wall nicely, and it will make it so it doesn't stick way out in a way that might fall off the dresser. Okay. So let's pull these things out towards the side. Also, you probably heard lots of people say this, is that when you're fluffing, you want to touch every single branch on the tree and move it into a position that looks good. Okay, see, I see a gap here. So I'm going to pull this branch out. Okay, some of these are going to go more downward. Some of these are already pre-bent. Okay, so what I see is that for this particular tree, the main branch is wired, but the little pieces here are not. So we'll may have to fiddle with the way the branch is turned. Okay, let's see, how is that looking? Okay, I got a gap here, so we got to bring this stuff out, bring things a little more forward. And probably downward for a lot of these. So this does take some time, you know. Put your Christmas music on and work away. Have more than one person helping you if you've got to make this into a family activity. Okay. All right, so there is the bottom. Okay, sometimes you can even just kind of give it a hug and get all the branches in a downward kind of fashion. Okay, this particular tree, I'm not going to go glitzy with this guy. I'm going to be making it more organic and natural, so I'm going to be using a lot of like apples and berries and things, and so I'm going to take you guys along with me, but we're going to start with just the fluffing. Okay, so here's the top. All right, so it does have a thing that slots right in here. So, but before I even do that, I'm going to start pulling these guys down. So I can just hold it. This is nice with a small tree. You can just hold this in your hand and start pulling these branches out. Remember, you are going to be touching basically every single branch. So this way, this is what's nice about the small tree. Again, I'm just simply holding it in my hand because it's nice and light. Now the top, I don't need to worry about so much of, you know, making a flat space on the back. Let me just kind of show you. You see how there's more. All the branches are this way, and this side it's pretty flat. So that's what I'm looking for my situation, because I want to be able to put this on my dresser, push it back towards the wall, and not have to worry about it falling off. Okay, because you know, in these tiny New York City apartments, every inch of floor space is important. So you got to kind of think upward. All right, let's see if we can get that top part. Okay, and then let's pull these guys out. And as you go, the nice thing about the artificial trees is that you can keep, let me put this in here now. You can keep fiddling as you go with the placement of the branches. See what's going on with the top of this. Okay, they've got these really kind of jumbled together, and I'm going to move more of them to the front. Okay, get the top there. So because I'm going more organic with the decorations on this one, oh, look at this gap. That's quite a gap there. Okay, so this is, the only colored ornaments I'm going to put on here are gold, because a lot of times with these trees, especially the green ones without the flocking, it tends to be pretty dark. So I'll talk about that in the next video. So today we're just going to be fluffing. Let me come around this side of it. See, there's a big hole right here, so we've got to move some stuff over here to cover that up. Okay. So yeah, I see the top is a little bit more sparse than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. You know, the thing is, once you start putting the garlands and the ornaments on, this is all going to fill in. Great. Okay, so the very top part, I'm going to be pointing more upward. Okay, and right about here, they're going to start pointing outward and downward. Okay, let's get another one there. Okay, let's see how that's looking. Okay, that's not too bad. This one's pointing up, which is fine. This got to separate this guy's got to come out a little more. And you can bend them different directions if you like. But once you start putting all your ornaments on everything, it's going to fill the center part. I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill the center part with garlands and ornaments so that there is shine from the inside out. Okay, so there's the tree. It's fluffed, and we can go on to the next part. Okay, take care. I'll see you soon.